When you have more money than you can ever spend, the question isn't what you drive, it's what ridiculous thing you can convince someone to build for you on wheels. For some billionaires, it's not enough to own a Ferrari or a Rolls Royce. Let's dive into the weirdest, most outrageous billionaire cars ever built. The Sultan of Brunei BMW Nazca M12. Designed by the legendary Atal Design Giugiaro, it was a sleek, curvy hyper concept based on the BMW 850i, and it cost around $1 to $3 million. The kind of thing automakers show at expos just to flex their imagination, never meant for production. But one man didn't care about that, the Sultan of Brunei. Known for his god-tier car collection, the Sultan commissioned his own Nazca M12 in the early 90s. Just one, nobody else got one. It was a personal UFO with BMW badges. The M12 had a carbon fiber body, butterfly doors, and a look that still hasn't aged. For most people, it's just a cool footnote in BMW's concept history. For the Sultan, it was Tuesday's ride. The Rolls-Royce Sweptail and Boattail. Rolls-Royce has always been the poster child for luxury, but with the launch of the Sweptail and Boattail, they've taken a dive into a whole new ocean. Massive vehicles inspired by yachts, each costing over $25 million. Yes, you read that right, $25 million. And guess what? There's only one of each model out there. The Sweptail, made in 2017, features a rear end that looks just like a fancy speedboat, complete with a panoramic glass roof and classy wooden decking. The Boattail takes things up a notch as its back opens like a butterfly's wings to reveal a built-in hosting suite featuring a champagne chiller, rotating cocktail tables, custom silverware, and every luxury you could dream of. Rumor has it that Beyoncé and Jay-Z might be the proud owners of the Boattail, but Rolls-Royce is keeping mum on that. After all, when you drop that kind of cash, even your identity deserves a little privacy. Still, all of that feels normal compared to what Elon Musk is trying to do. Elon Musk, submarine car. Only Elon Musk would buy a prop car from a 1970s James Bond film and then decide, I'm going to make this real. In 2013, Musk bought the Lotus Esprit submarine car from The Spy Who Loved Me for just under $1 million. Yes, the actual movie car. Yes, the one that transforms into a sub and drives underwater. On screen at least. Musk wasn't content just displaying it. He's said publicly that he plans to convert it into a fully functional submarine car, complete with Tesla electric powertrain. Because why not? If anyone could actually turn a vintage Bond movie prop into a real-life Tesla submarine, it's probably him. But even this eccentric move seems grounded next to the billionaire who built cars so big they might need their own zip code. The Rainbow Sheikh. Housed in the Emirates National Auto Museum, his collection includes the world's largest Hummer H1, standing over 21 feet tall, a 21-foot tall Willys Jeep that's fully drivable, a bizarre 10-wheeled truck mashup built from military hardware and multiple civilian vehicles. It's got a Jeep body, Ford headlights, Dodge rear lights, and the presence of an oil tanker. And his most ridiculous piece, a Dodge Power Wagon replica so enormous, a full-size pickup truck can literally park inside the engine bay. Many of them actually run. They're functional, registered, and utterly absurd. It's hard to put a specific price on these cars. They are essentially museum pieces that also happen to be drivable, but not all billionaire cars are about size or power. Bill Gates banned Porsche. Back in the 80s and 90s, the Porsche 959 was the most advanced car on earth, twin turbocharged all-wheel drive and loaded with tech that wouldn't hit other cars for 15 years. Only 337 were ever made. Bill Gates had to have one, but there was a catch. It was illegal to import into the US gates, and fellow billionaire Paul Allen fought to bring their 959s over anyway. They didn't just lobby, they helped create new legislation. Thanks to them, the US passed the show or display law, allowing rare vehicles to be imported and driven under specific conditions. In other words, Bill Gates wanted a car so badly, he changed the law to get it. That's not just car enthusiasm, that's billionaire level obsession. The F90. Most people dream of owning a Ferrari. The Sultan of Brunei? He made his own, literally. In the early 90s, the Sultan secretly commissioned Ferrari and Pininfarina to build a series of one-off cars. Vehicles that were so exclusive, even Ferrari pretended pretends they don't really exist. Among them were the Ferrari F90 and Ferrari FX, machines that pushed boundaries before anyone else dared. The FX in particular was absurdly ahead of its time. It featured a Formula 1 style sequential gearbox, something that wouldn't become normal in road cars for another decade, then sold it to exactly one man. Even hardcore Ferrari fans barely knew they existed. When you reach a certain level of wealth, your garage becomes a playground where engineering meets madness. And for these billionaires, there's no such thing as too weird, because when money isn't a limit and reality gets a redesign. Which car was the weirdest to you? And if you had unlimited money, what absurd machine would you build? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you want more insane stories from the world of extreme wealth and car culture.